How do we open this bottle?
There's like a little piece here that you just unwrap. It's actually not that hard. Then you untwist this and you leave it on. And you just twist the top. And the reason you leave
grabbing
it on
the cork too.
Yeah, the reason you leave it on is because you don't want it to go hit something, like hit the TV or something like that.
Champagne with fried chicken. Is it actually a legit pairing?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, what do you mean? You don't think so?
I have not seen people do that. So what do you want to pair champagne with, other than chicken? Is it just white meat?
It's not about the meat, but like the saltiness of the chicken and the grease and the crispiness pairs well with champagne because champagne has like good enough acid to cut through the fat of the chicken, and the bubbles go really well with the crispy exterior.
Let's see. So why not a red wine?
You can do a red wine with chicken. If I did like a Cabernet with the chicken, it would probably overpower it, so you need something lighter, like a Pinot, but fried chicken is better. I prefer it with sparkling white because this is more refreshing and I'm like really thirsty when I eat fried chicken. So since we have leftover champagne, I guess we can make a drink.
What are we making today?
We'll make a French 75. And that's gonna use gin. Actually, you can use gin, but there's a place in New Orleans called Arnaud's French 75 bar, and they use cognac, and it's delicious. So we're gonna do like a combination of both. This is gin aged in cognac barrels. So it's gonna have a little bit of that brandy flavor.
Is it common for gin to age in like different?
No, this is
a special.
This is really cool. So since this cocktail is gonna be topped with a lot of champagne, we're gonna kind of make half of a portion of gin. We'll use just like 1 ounce of gin. And then we'll use
Nice.
We'll use half an ounce of lemon juice and half an ounce of simple syrup.
So since we're using lemon here, I'm guessing we're shaking it?
We're shaking it.
Okay.
But we're not shaking the champagne, because if you shake the bubbles, then the bubbles go away. That's not a good idea. You don't have to shake it very long, because it's not a lot of ingredients.
So champagne is just another sparkling wine.
It's a little bit different than something like Prosecco. Since it's champagne, it has to be made in the Champagne region of France. And they use a little bit of a different method than Prosecco. Prosecco uses the Charmat method, which is developed in like 1900, like the turn of the century. And it's sort of like they make a big vat and then they have a tank of wine and then they put the bubbles into it after. But with champagne, they actually take a second fermentation with yeast, and then they add sugar and yeast to the bottle of wine, and then they bottle it, and then the yeast eats the sugar and ferments again and creates the carbon dioxide bubbles. And the longer you let the yeast ferment, the more bubbles you'll have. Okay. So we're gonna double strain it just because nobody wants to drink ice chips in their French 75. It can be smooth because there's bubbles, but I don't want ice chips in my bubbles.
Okay.
Neither should you. There you go.
And you don't have to mix it or anything after. Perfect.
Perfect. No, you don't have to mix it or anything after. I can't wait to drink the rest of that.
Actually, it looks delicious.
It is.
That's a lemon twist, Garden.
That's a lemon twist. This footage of me eating chicken is for Patreon only.